One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. It's going down. Man, I'm a little bit behind schedule. I am doing so much stuff, bro. It's ridiculous. What's happening with everybody? Man, the truth is in the building. Where your face at? So, just had to get another podcast out, man. I gotta go to work. I just woke up, and man, if anybody just be thinking that, like this is, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think when I first started to do the podcast, you dig what I'm saying? Um, you know, you don't really know what to expect. You dig what I'm saying? It's just like this. Uh, you can it's like, all right, let me give you an example. You start putting these podcasts and stuff together, and you know, um, people start watching it, and then next thing you know, this is what we do. You know, um, it's some people that's really rocking with the bare truth, and so man, for an example for today, I was tired. You know what I mean? I got to go back to work, and it was just like cutting hair and then trying to work. Uh, that's already hard, but you dig what I'm saying? Your body need to rest, man, and you can't get it together, man. And so I'd be missing out on church. You know what I mean? Just because I'm exhausted. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm through. You know, and not doing nothing like really extracurricular. Whereas right now I'm not even getting a chance to work out because I just had a little hiccup at work. But I said all of that to say this, like, man, I woke up, man, I was tired and I didn't even really feel like doing it. But what if, you know what I mean? In the process of me doing this and getting prepared to do this, you know what I mean? God is gonna speak to through me to say something to somebody who gonna need it, you know. And so I have to be mindful of that. I have to always be like on the lookout, like let me make sure that I'm sticking to the script, because um, when you're doing it and you being obedient, you dig what I'm saying. You never know, the mission. You dig what I'm saying. You never know the mission, but it is a mission. You dig what I'm saying. And so I just got to stick to it. Like what the feezy, man. That's crazy. I should have said something else. But listen, so okay, um, you seen the commercial. We finna go. We finna try to go hard, and as always, I got this other little device that I've been having, and I wanted to just look up some stuff like while we was talking. So just in case I have to. Um, Matter of fact, I can do this like this, and I can go ahead and let me see something. I can actually I can hit something over here. So like if I need to search, um, so, all right. So listen, you are your biggest competition. That's what I wanted to do today. You dig what I'm saying? I wanted to talk to people about about you are your biggest competition. No matter what's going on in this world, you know, um, at the end of the day, it's all about you. You know, and so when I was saying that, you know what I mean. Let me just give you like a little idea of what was going on. Okay. Uh, you're your biggest challenge. You're your biggest hater. You're your biggest supporter. You're your biggest motivation, your biggest enemy, and your biggest friend. No matter what you got going on in this world, man, you dig what I'm saying? It's up to you to try to figure out, you know what I mean, what you're going to get into. You know what I mean? And so, however it goes down, let me see something. I be getting people that be hitting me while I be live. But But listen, so at the end of the day, it's like this right here. Ain't nobody gonna challenge you like you. Ain't nobody gonna motivate you like you. Ain't nobody gonna support you like you. You know what I mean? Sometimes you are your worst enemy. You dig what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, you could be in your own way. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. So what we're gonna do is let's go down the line and let's talk about it. I'm gonna show you this little video, one of them. You dig what I'm saying? And it's called Me Versus Me. But listen to what they saying, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back and we're gonna rap about it. You know, can y'all hear me? I hope they can hear me. Okay, so I see like two people. But meanwhile, listen, check this out, and I'll be right back.
At the end of the day, you are your biggest competition. I think one of the biggest things that I see today is people are so focused on everyone else's lives instead of just taking a look in the mirror and humbling themselves and putting their pride and their ego aside and really analyzing which areas of their life that they need to work on. And I think being humble is like one of the most important things no matter what stage you're at in life. You're never going to have everything all figured out or know everything. And if you think that way, you're going to end up getting humbled later down the road when stuff begins to happen in your life. Nobody on this earth has it all figured out or knows everything. So we should always be at a place that we're willing to learn and to grow.
To who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. So the question is, who should you defeat in the final analysis? And the answer is, you should defeat your former self. You should be constantly trying to do that. And you're the right control for yourself too, because you're the one who's had all your advantages and disadvantages. And so if you want to compete fairly with someone, then you should be competing with you.
Okay, so you hear that, right? You dig what I'm saying? And let me make sure that my mic is on audio. Oh yeah. Okay. I just had to make sure I had my mic, the right mic on, because I can't hear myself. Okay. What's up, Auntie? If you can hear me, say what's up. Yeah, that you can hear me. But listen, okay. So just listen to that. You dig what I'm saying? He says like you your biggest competition. And then the thing that I like that he said, you know what I mean, in this thing, he was like, you got the biggest advantages too. You know why? Because you know your mistakes, you know your hangups, you know exactly where you failed at, you know what you do good and what you don't do good at. You dig what I'm saying? That's just like um there's nobody that can tell you what's your hang up. You dig what I'm saying? Because you already know it. So ain't nobody got to beat you over the head and be like, girl, when you get drunk, you act a fool and you just be showing out and you do too much. Ain't nobody got to tell you that. You know that after a few times of waking up and somebody telling you the story, or you waking up and you hung over on how you do when you do that. So turn up for Christ or burn up for life. Let's not forget that. But for real, you got to keep it a buck with yourself at all times. You know what I mean? If you know that you got something that's going on in your life and it ain't, you know what I mean, healthy for you, then it's a challenge. That's a challenge for you to figure it out, man. You dig what I'm saying? You got to figure it out, And I don't want to keep beating you over the head with this one, but a lot of times, I have to keep continue to tell people that I don't drink. You know what I mean? When I drink, I make bad decisions, And it's a song I think Fox used to say, uh, blame it on the alcohol. Yeah, you're right, Nick. Sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's because and I'll still keep using me for an example. Sometimes, you know what I mean, when people is like drinking or maybe like they smoking, sometimes, they feeling like they having a good time. You know what I mean? And so then it's just like when I say no, man, I don't blow. You dig what I'm saying? I was just out there with the guys last night. I ran into my big cuz Liz, Vern Lee, Fred Lee. We was all out in the parking lot somewhere, and they can do the bottles. You dig what I'm saying? And they like, man, I need a chaser. And you hear the drink talk. You dig what I'm saying? And I had a bottle, right? And so, as what you should be probably getting the DJ if he gonna be DJing at your party. Shout out to Nick. The second annual Halloween ball, October 28th, Saturday. DJ B.A.R.E Truth is in the building. You already know. So we're gonna talk about that though too. But meanwhile, I got a bottle like this and it's cold, but this one was a sparkling water rosé, and so when I pull up on them, you dig what I'm saying? Daylight. It looked because it's nighttime, so it looked like, you know what I mean, I'm in effect mode. You know what I mean? I'm really looking like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like I'm there with everybody else. And so when I throw it away, and I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Because I ain't seen Liz since I've been home. We just ran into each other. And Liz I got out in 2020. I got out in 21, but that's my big cousin. You did what I'm saying? And so I was just like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? I left the bottle alone. And so he was looking at me like kind of weird. And he was like, I was like, that was sparkling water. So he started laughing at me. He was like, for real? I'm like, yeah, man. I said, I don't drink. That was sparkling water. And so when you say like, okay, it's a hard pill to swallow, here it is. I know that off the bottle, I done made some decisions that just wasn't productive. You dig what I'm saying? And I done had to wake up and apologize to somebody. I done got drunk and I done woke up in the county jail. I remember one time outside showing out in front of my house, in front of my mama, with me and my BM, Nubia, as I was telling you about the alcoholism that runs in our family. One time I got into it with her at the club and I was just so drunk off my square. I think me and my brother-in-law, Grice was married to Lee during the time. Me and Lee, we had started like 11 or 12 in the afternoon drinking Jack Daniels. And so you did what I'm saying. And so we drinking Jack and 7 Up. And I don't know what we was watching. We was listening to music, man, and we was kicking in. So we drinking Jack Daniels. And the whole time I'm not even eating. So this is when the private eye was jumping. We go to the private eye like later on that night. And my other baby mom pops up in the town from Waterloo. And so the way that, Nubia's mom and this particular baby mom, they wasn't mad at each other, didn't have no beef or nothing. But the way Nubia found out about the way her mom found out about my son, it was kind of like rough. And so when we in the club, when she came in, I gave her a hug and I'm just being cool. And so she kind of snapped and I was off that liquor. Man, I don't know. I spazzed out. I was walking around the club throwing money. They kicked me out of the club. Me and the BM got into a fight and she's scrappy. And it's just like, man, we was in the car acting a fool. By the time I get to the crib, listen, so I got on these gold chains. I got on this big herringbone. This is when herringbones was popping back then, and I had on a chain. So I'm out there, we out there arguing in front of the house. And so my mom and Horse and them, they called the police on me. So so when the police come, I try to run and jump over the fence on the side of the house and fail. Man, hit the dirt. So I got on an all white Nike jogging outfit. You dig what I'm saying? And the police come and snatch me up by the chains and was like, come on. Grice is out there crying. My big sister is out there crying. So I'm hella drunk. And only thing I know, I'm remembering vividly like afterwards. But only thing I know when I woke up, I was in the county jail. My shoestrings was cut out of my shoes, probably because I didn't want to untie them. You can't go in the holding cells with your shoestrings. So my shoestrings was cut out of my shoes, and I was just dirty as hell. And I woke up and I just had a banging hangover. You know what I mean? And I didn't know all what had happened, but it was one of those moments when my sister and them was telling me, like, boy, you got drunk last night and you showed your ass. You know what I mean? And so, you have those little moments and then you ease over them. You get past that one. Then you cool for a minute. Then all of a sudden you drink a little bit more too heavy. And then next thing you know, you have another moment. One time they might laugh it off like, dang, nigga, you was crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like, excuse, I don't like using that word, but I'm just paraphrasing what people might say. Like, man, you got drunk last night and you know how, man, oh man, you was showing out. And sometimes you might laugh. And so you keep it going. You know what I mean? You keep it going. You keep thinking like, man, like, oh man, like, because sometimes when you get like extra drunk, it's a fun story. Then sometimes it's a bad story. But then again, I hit a story where I wound up doing 14 years and 8 months. You know what I mean? Off of just drinking and drinking for like a whole couple of days, just like straight and just moving too fast, trying to make money. being on some get rich quick scheme, and next thing you know, in seconds, my life was gone for like a decade and a half, you know. And I ain't gonna blame it on the alcohol. I blame it on me. I can't handle alcohol. So I'm my biggest competition. You dig what I'm saying? I'm my biggest enemy. If I drink alcohol, I lose. And so Nick was saying, sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow. So what am I saying? I said all of that to say this. I have to accept that pill. I gotta swallow that pill. So when I'm chilling around y'all don't see me with the bottle. You see me turn up for Christ or burn up for life with sparkling with the sparkling juice. You dig what I'm saying? With the sparkling juice. Don't mind me. I'm swallowing that pill. I'm just keeping it real. I'm swallowing that, and I'm being on my grown man ish. I know that this is something that I was tagged with in my family, and that I don't just drink like regular people. If I hit the bottle, it goes and it goes and it goes, and next thing you know, I'm waking up drinking. You dig what I'm saying? And so, when I ever do get into a relationship with a woman, I'm just forewarning you now. When you know, just know this: if I pick up that bottle, you got the green light, the bell, cut out, get get away from him. And I tell you another thing: if I ever stop praying, get away from him, straight up. There's two things that you know, don't drink the bottle and don't stop praying. You dig what I'm saying? If I do that, if I leave the bottle alone and keep my prayer life, my communication with God, I do all right. You dig what I'm saying? I'm pretty decent dude, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. Now, you can also be your biggest hater. One thing I dropped the ball on this month, I did not know. Um, Shout out to my big cousin Yo. We we did the little thing, and then she had the fundraiser because it was um yeah, thank you, I appreciate that. Shout out to Yo. It was sickle cell awareness month, but then again I was reading somewhere else that it's also suicide prevention month, awareness month. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, we dropped the ball because you definitely got to do something on like suicide. You know what I mean? You always want to bring some type of light or bring some awareness to like suicide. And Nick, while you here, I'm gonna talk to y'all too a little bit about this little DJing thing. Um, G Nice, I don't know if you're watching, man, but listen. So okay, I've been trying to do the DJ thing, right? Real quick, let's little moment. I'm gonna get back to the suicide and stuff. Let me get let me tell this real quick before I forget. Okay, so I got the DJ equipment, and now my turntables is not being compatible with the laptop that I bought, and so I kind of shortcut and got a MacBook brand new from Walmart, selling these MacBooks, and they like refurbished. And so I thought, me and my dad thought that we was getting a deal. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, so sit that on the table real quick. So I got the DJ equipment. Everybody see me doing the DJ equipment. So if anybody want to know where the DJ thing come from, listen to this. My family, not just my father, but my family, I mean, they well known for like making moves. You dig what I'm saying? We got boxers that come from the family, whether it's through marriage. You dig what I'm saying? Michael Nunn, Antoine Eccles. I got some family members that's in Indianapolis that should have been really promising boxers and stuff like that. And so they do big stuff. Like, all right, I got some cousins that just opened up a club. But when I was in the joint, all of a sudden my dad started DJing, right? And so he had to be in his 50s. You know what I'm saying? Because he like 70, like right now. So he got like, I've been in the joint for like a decade and a half. So I know he started DJing when I was in the joint, right? And so I always rap. So he knew that I was in Atlanta on a management deal. I almost had two contracts. I done won every major contest in Indianapolis that you can win and rap. Whether it was the Black Expo, whether it was the God Black, anything on a big stage, ask me about me in Indianapolis, boy, I won that thing. That's not a joke. That's for real, for real. I've been on the radio stations and everything. So even around here, y'all know I get down. So the music is in me. You dig what I'm saying? And rocking a crowd is in me. You know what I mean? I'm a people's person. So you see me do the podcast. I do public speaking. I'm an artist. I do poetry. I love people. I'm a people's person. So now my dad, he started DJing, and so the whole time I'm in the joint, I hear about him. He got a DJ for the East Side reunion, or he doing such and such wedding reception, or he doing such and such party. So I'm thinking to myself, like, you know, man, that's kind of cool that he DJing. And man, it seemed like I'm live, and people are hitting me on Facebook saying, "What are you doing?" You dig what I'm saying? And but okay, so listen. So now listen. So now I'm like, dang, what's up, Jada? Are you calling me Arnie on the thing? Okay, I don't think you're supposed to call me Arnie when we live. I think you're supposed to call me Arnie when I come to the house. You ain't, yeah, don't ever tell people that. You dig what I'm saying? She's saying, huh? I'm trying to tell her I'm live. Like, don't ever do this. But oh, okay. So listen to this. All right. So now my dad is DJing, and you know what I mean. And so he got equipment. He got all these records. I mean, he got all these CDs. He done loaded up on his music and stuff. And so one time it was kind of like selfish, but I was in the joint and I was telling him, you know what I mean, if something ever happened to him, because my dad he got like a lot of stuff, like a lot of tools, cars, you know what I mean, guns, jewelry and stuff like that. Dude, you know what I mean, he got some stuff. So you know how when people pass, people get petty about stuff. I can't believe this. Are you serious? But okay, so listen. So I was telling him, right? So I say, hey, listen, man, if something happened to you, which I don't want it to happen to you, I said, you know, make sure, man, you know, you leave me that DJ equipment. I said, man, I'm gonna take care of it and all your music. I said, leave me that DJ equipment and I'm gonna take care of it and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? And I was telling my sister and I told my little brother, I don't care about them cars and them trucks. And you know, he got houses, you dig what I'm saying? I want that DJ equipment and I want that music because that's that bond that me and him share, and then that's that bond that me and my son share. My son DJ in Waterloo, he produced music, he make videos, he rap. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog, and so fast forward. So the whole time while I'm hearing about him doing this like little DJ things, you dig what I'm saying? I'm thinking like, man, I see Shaq jump out the gate. Now all of a sudden, Shaq Diesel, he doing parties. You know, what's the little chick name? Hilton. You know what I mean? All of a sudden she's a DJ. You dig what I'm saying? And they rocking parties and they getting like thousands of dollars. And so as I'm sitting in there in prison, I'm thinking about all of my hustles. I'm thinking about books. I'm thinking about listen, public speaking. Number one, while I'm reading books, I'm knowing that now that this is a six-figure job, and people pay you just to go around the world just to talk to people. So y'all know when I came home, I done had a few public speaking gigs. You know what I mean? They been minute, but man, to me, it's everything in the world. Uh, Iowa City, shoot, they gave me like $200 for like 10 minutes to speak to a graduating medical class about going into prison. So now all of a sudden I kept on having this feeling, man, like you know what I mean, about like getting this DJ equipment, you know, because trying to throw this party, then you start thinking I'm throwing a party in December, and it's like, man, trying to look for DJs. That's kind of like a holiday. Nobody want to get out there. So now me and Nick, we talking, and so she like she throwing this party, her second annual Halloween ball in October, and her DJ, he's got something else going on. So I'm like, man. So at the same time, as I'm trying to talk to her about renting out her space, about throwing the party there, and so you know now we get into this conversation about DJs. So me, I'm like, man, I'm about to spend me like a little bit of money, man, and start practice on this DJ equipment. You dig what I'm saying? I should turn my camera over there so y'all can see. It's not a joke. They own like right now. I ain't playing. But listen, so I started thinking. So I'm telling you know what I mean, my guy and stuff like that. We at the gig and we talking. I'm like, man, listen, I just ordered me some DJ controllers, some DJ turntables, man. Watch, I'm finna really start DJing, and you know what I mean, and popping up on people, and I'm gonna be available, man. I don't care what it is, a wedding, if you graduate, you throwing a party, and you want DJ Bear Truth in there, I am there. You dig what I'm saying? And so this is all in my mind, right? So the whole time I grab these DJ controllers and stuff like that. So as soon as I get them, you know what I mean, I post them on Facebook. You know, and you know me, I'm a clown, right? So I'm like DJ Bear Truth is in the building, and I say something slick. You dig what I'm saying? I'm always joking. She called my bluff, right? So she started hitting me, started saying, "What's up? Have you been practicing?" The tables ain't even hooked up, but she like, have you been practicing? And I'm like, man, I'm trying to get my stuff. My laptop will be here. And this is so cool about my father, man. He's so supportive. The joke that I was cracking with Nubia on the thing on Facebook today when she posted a little picture of her and her little male friend and stuff like that. And I was like, good, now you got somebody to help you carry my speakers in the house. My father about to send me some 2000 watt party speakers. You dig what I'm saying? To throw a party with. So he about to hook me up with speakers. He done ordered me a hard drive. He about to download me over thousands of songs from his like little playlist, and he got everything R&B. Now rap. I mean, he got some of the stuff which I already downloaded titles, so I'll pull up the rap. I know rap. I'm rap, so I can get the latest to what they listening to today to what we used to listen to back then. But listen to this. He's sending me a hard drive with like thousands of songs on it. He then sent me some speakers, and he downloaded me a copy of his program, DJ Serato Pro, so I can be able to do all the tricks. Now my turntables, I mean, they get loose. You dig what I'm saying? They do all kind of stuff. Like, man, I mean, I got the horns. I can put the samples in there. I'm talking about like when I learn how to really work this, it's gonna go down. And it's gonna go crazy. And I'm a clown already. So you already know I'm gonna be dancing to my own music. First of all, that's what you gotta understand first. DJ Bear Truth is gonna be jamming to his own stuff. So when I play a song and I think it's hot, I might just be over there dancing. So for right now, Nick, only thing I need to know how to do is make the songs transition from one song to the next song smooth and keep the people on the floor. I done been practicing with DJ Hitman. I done messed with Candyman tables, DJ 007. That's my man Ike Little. That was my DJ. And so when we was at the crib, I done always scratched and played around, mess with male stuff. So it's like I'm not new to this, but I was never a DJ, but I am but I am today. You dig what I'm saying? And so my little niece just hit me and she was just like, so you got your first DJ gig already? And I'm like, that's Nikki, man. Like she just done put me out there. So she threw me on. Look, she does this, right? So she was just like, so I'm making a flyer. It's official, right? And I'm like, like whatever. Like if you throw me on there, man. Listen, in a few seconds, the flyer was out. So when I showed y'all the commercial, you dig what I'm saying? Uh, I'm on there. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, the horns. I got all like the ship horns, everything that they doing in Jamaica, London, everything. This is the latest thing that just dropped. I can do everything. I mean, I can do everything. You dig what I'm saying? And so it's crazy. We can even DJ videos with this thing. You dig what I'm saying? And so one thing about me, man, I'm gonna give 100. I'm gonna give 1,000% at whatever I do. You dig what I'm saying? And so here's what I'm trying to tell y'all, like right now. Believe me when I tell you this. One thing I like about the themed parties, you know what I mean, is that you get a chance to take a break and you get a chance to like dress up and do something. That's the reason why I think Snooki 70s parties was such a big hit because we got dressed up and we had fun. Everybody knew each other that was in there. Even the people I didn't know, they complimented you on your outfit or your, you know what I mean, and how you did it. Then I cut the little video dancing, so it's fun. So on October the 28th, it's like this. You can go to the Elks till 11 o'clock and listen to the jams. You know the usual crowd in the Elks. They gonna be there. They ain't gonna never let you down. They there. You dig what I'm saying? If the skylight is pumping, they was down this weekend. Hopefully they back up to business as normal next week. If you go to the skylight, they got their little crowd now. You dig? And I ain't gonna say little. They got a nice little crowd up there, and it's the mature crowd. Me and Liz was talking like last night. We was like, we miss Starlight. Like man, like because when you go up there, it's grown people. They might be all outside or they might be in there, but they grown. They do their little thing and they go on home. You dig what I'm saying? Then you go down to maybe like VIP and they do their little thing. You can go over to Yoshi's where the little young wild people is at. But here's the thing. October the 28th, you're gonna get a chance to like take time out from just your norm and get dressed up and go do something cool. So you see what I'm saying? I already got my Halloween outfit. It's gonna be dope. I'm not telling you what I'm wearing because I'm about to, you know what I mean? I'm really coming. But I'm saying, man, you get a chance to just come on out. Urban Reserve is really elegant. So the patio's still gonna be open. So you got the little fire pits on the patio, the little seats. They're gonna always have food up there, and not only that, but Nikki got some pretty good looking friends. You dig what I'm saying? So all her like little friends and stuff like that, you dig what I'm saying? You get to look at them too. I'm just playing. But meanwhile, come on up, B. Cause I mean, she gonna give me a shot to do this DJ thing, and I'm telling you, man, I'm like, man, I really feel like I'm my father. You dig what I'm saying? Like big Arnold, little Arnold. You dig what I'm saying? If he can DJ, so can I. And if he gonna go hard with it, I'm finna go hard with it. You dig what I'm saying? And I listen, I am not playing with y'all. I wouldn't listen. If you give me a shot to do anything, B, when I show up, I'm showing up. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be dressed for the occasion. You dig what I'm saying? And whatever my task or whatever my duty is, you ain't finna come in there and be like, man, dude, let us down. Cause if nothing else, we just gonna play music. I ain't gotta be fancy. I ain't gotta start scratching on y'all right now. But you know what I mean? If I learn some tricks, then I'm gonna pull them off. But I do know the latest hits and I do know how to rock a mic. I do know how to keep people on the floor. So I'm telling you, turn up for Christ and burn up for life. And one thing about God, I don't think God mind me doing different ventures. You know what I mean? Everything I do, I'm gonna give Him glory for it. And so, even one of my really cool church family members was just like, "Hey, shoot, do it." You know what I mean? Gave me the green light. Like, man, do that thing. Like, if that's what you're doing, man, like, listen, jump out there and do it to death because I got some ideas. I'm messing around and start throwing some Christian day parties. You dig what I'm saying? Start letting people get on the mic and give testimonies. Look, man, my mind keeps going. So there it is. So at the end of the commercial, DJ Bear Truth is in the building. So now I said all of that to say this: how can we tie it to you, your biggest competition? Because it's true. You know what I mean? I'm challenging myself. You know what I mean? And I got to be my biggest supporter, even though I got my dad in my corner. Nubia picking up the speakers. That's what she's saying. I'm running errands for y'all now. So she in Indianapolis now. So she about to bring me back my speakers. He got to send me the flash drive with my music on it and all of my stuff. Then I got my man G Nice. He helping me get the computer together with the laptop and all of that. We're gonna get this driver stuff together so I'm up and running. Then Mel, that's my big bro. You know what I mean? I spent a couple of hours over there with him this week, and we're gonna get back together. He got some music for me. He gonna show me some things, and man, it's official, B. You know what I mean? So once you hear about Nick Party, the price is going up. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, Claudia. Show up to the party though too. Halloween. But once hey, I'm telling you right now, we keep speaking this stuff into existence. You dig what I'm saying? So when the party go and it's a hit, and a success, and everybody was trying to hate, like, okay, the prices went up. No, I'm just playing. But no, I did have somebody who's a DJ who said like something like, you know what I mean, to somebody else that was kind of like terrible. He was like, man, dude, I ain't no damn DJ. He in the way. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's because you're not really hot either. You know what I mean? You know who you are and you know what you said. You're not even hot yourself, you cheap suit job turkey. But no, I take that back. We ain't shaming. We ain't gonna shame. You dig what I'm saying? But why would you know what I mean, do that, B, when, everything you ever did, I supported you. You know what I mean? And I'm giving it to you real. I cannot call out your name, but you know who you are, and I would blast you. So don't do that because I'm love, man. God is loving me. God is going to have me support everybody. So don't be mad, man. I'm not trying to steal nobody money, man. I'm just out here. I am my biggest competition. You dig what I'm saying? I got a lot of people that's in my corner, but I'm my own motivation, bro. Like I said, you got to be your own motivation. You have to motivate yourself to do things. See, some people, man, they scared to step out of their comfort zone. And that's like the difference between me and a lot of other people. And it's not a bad thing. Maybe you're not surrounded by the right people. Maybe you didn't grow up in a household where somebody was supporting you and giving you, you know what I mean, the love that you need. You know what I mean? And so that's reason why you should probably tune into the podcast. But that's how I go though, Nick. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm gonna show you this other video, and Beyonce and them is on this one. So I'm not gonna get too caught up into to do hating, you know what I mean? Because desert breath. You dig what I'm saying? Last time I talked to you, that was the only thing hot about you was your breath, all in my face, talking reckless. You dig what I'm saying? But meanwhile, listen, be your biggest motivation. When other people has got something bad to say, motivate yourself, B, and get out here, man, and do it. Cause you never know, you know what I mean, how this thing gonna turn out. You know what I mean? What if somebody, man, hear about me doing this thing and say, hey, B, we got a spot for you to come to my club and do my club like on Saturdays. So now what? Crash on third shift, but guess what? I gotta go to first shift, man, for like a whole month. So guess what, Nick? I get to practice. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, auntie, look at my auntie on there. She said, "Awesome, we love it. Your family here in Naptown talking about you. It's all good." Listen, if you could hear her voice when she's saying that, she is so real and she's so serious when she say that. Sugar, we love you through the whole town. Look, boy, go. You better do it. Like so, she like one of my number one supporters. But you're right though, auntie. It's gonna go down. And so, listen to this. Um, Sometimes, man, you gotta motivate yourself. You don't know where God is gonna take you to your next level. What's gonna be the next big thing for you if you scared? It happened to me when I was in a joint. I'm telling you. When everybody seen me cut this one dude's hair, they kept on saying, "Bear, get in the barbershop, man. Please get in the barbershop." Because they had white barbers. And sometimes white barbers don't know how to cut black hair. You know what I mean? Because if they got waves and you don't know what you're doing, you could mess their hair up. Fast forward. So I'm thinking to myself, like, nah, I ain't getting in the barbershop, because I done seen people, really take that stuff serious. Matter of fact, Nick, um, New York was in the barbershop and he put me up under his wing. Support, big support. How you love that? Big bro looked out for me in the joint. Now little sis looking out for me out here. All right, so we in the joint. New York got me in the joint. So New York, like, okay, Bear, everybody that need bald heads, put them in a chair over there, boom, 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 and hit them up. So I'm going to pick them up for New York. I'm taking them, go to their unit. I pick them up. I bring them to the barbershop. New York, he charging them. He like, boom, he hitting their hands. He like, listen, you want to jump in my chair? You want to fade or you want a prison fade? You know what I mean? You got to give me something. So at the end of the day, bro, bro got a garbage can full of envelopes. You dig what I'm saying? Candy bars and all types of stuff. The garbage can is filled up because when they come in the barbershop, they putting little stuff in there. So he break bread with me. He hitting me with like so many envelopes. So I'm talking about I got so many envelopes in the joint. It's like, you know what I mean? Like I got stacks. It's like I'm papered up with envelopes in prison. And so he leaves and he go to another joint. And I seen all the stress that it was going through to cut hair. And I'm like, nah, I don't want that. But then someone was telling me, God was like, man, you've been cutting hair all your life. You know what I mean? You've been doing this ever since you was 13. You was raised in a house with clippers. You just been cutting hair. You've been cutting your own hair. Like, do this. Man, I jumped in a barbershop. 7 years later, they start the apprenticeship. Next thing you know, I got my license. You know what I mean? And so just by stepping out on a limb and doing getting out of your comfort zone sometimes, it's gonna take you somewhere and it'll have you doing something that you ain't, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling what you might be great at that you holding inside of you, like a baby, and God is trying to birth it out of you. You dig what I'm saying? God ain't got no problem with me playing music, but don't be influenced by the music and don't, you know what I mean? It's some music is good music, it's some good hip hop, good R&B, then it's some little raunchy. But I'm a grown man. You dig what I'm saying? I know what it is. Yeah, you already know what it is, Nicole. I stay grinding. One thing about me, you can't never say, dude, don't grind. Yeah, I came from out the streets. Like when she said, put the dope down, I found some more stuff to pick up. But I got another video for y'all. I got 20 minutes, so let me show y'all this, and we're gonna keep rapping the taste. Let me see. I think it might be this one. Let me see.
I'm competitive really with myself.
Right.
Honestly. Like every time I start an album, I go and watch all of my performances and I try to figure out, okay, what is it that I could have done better or what worked? And really my references, I go back to myself and trying to better myself. So I'm really tough on me.
Full disclosure, my beloveds. Ooh, Lord have mercy. You are your biggest competition. Not the person next to you, not the person adjacent from you, not the person who you can't stand at work. You're your biggest competition because you're the only one that is in charge of your growth. And while you're minding other people's growth, you're causing yourself to fall behind. You're competing against somebody in a race that was never meant for you. Like everybody's journey is different. Everyone's pace is different. There's nothing that God is punishing you for because you haven't gotten it yet. You just have other things that you need to do. Or maybe it's coming in its own timing because that's the time that you're going to be ready for it and not overwhelmed by it, but can actually accept it as a blessing that it is. So I don't know who I'm talking to, but Sugar, I love you. Understand that you are a royalty. You come from royalty. It's in your DNA. It's who you are. And never forget that. I love you. Mwah. Peace. Oh, wait. Peace.
That was dope. You dig what I'm saying? I really like what she said. You dig what I'm saying? And not only that, but she spoke so much truth. And so if you read like the little message that I just had at the end, it said, stay in your own lane. It's your trophy. You dig what I'm saying? Um, and that's it. You dig what I'm saying? Okay, Nick just said it. Let me put that up there because people need to see that. I say that all the time. What God has for you is for you. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't have to like fam who said what he said. You know what I'm saying? And we good. It's like, man, we grew up. Why would you say that? Why would you know what I mean? That should be the last thing that come out your mouth. You know, I don't know if he was drunk, if he was high. You dig what I'm saying? But you know, I can't step on your toes, fam, because like she said, what God got for you is for you. You dig what I'm saying? When I say stay in your lane, that trophy is yours. I can't win your trophy, B, and you can't win mine. So at the end of the day, I'm only responsible for what's on me. On my tombstone, it ain't gonna put no nobody else what nobody else did from the year I was born to the day I cut out. You dig what I'm saying? It's all about me. You dig what I'm saying? And so whatever my family choose to put on there, whatever they remember, they not gonna remember you. You dig what I'm saying? Jive turkey. It's gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? And so I just do me, man. And I love music. You know what I mean? I love me. I mean I love music and I love people. And so that's it. I know everybody in the choir. You dig what I'm saying? And so they all know me. So it's just like, man, listen, come out and rock with us, man. I think it's gonna be really, really dope. You dig what I'm saying? You get a chance to dress up, you know what I mean? And you're gonna get a chance, you know what I mean, to see me do my DJ premiere. So when I say you are your biggest competition, I'm my biggest friend. You dig what I'm saying? I ride by myself. I don't do, you know what I mean, other people. You dig what I'm saying? And it's nothing against nobody else. It's just like this. I'm also my biggest enemy. I'm an enemy of that guy of who I used to be. I thank God from what I learned from it. You know what I mean? I'ma always take anytime that you fail, if you don't learn from it, you're a fool. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna keep continuing that test until you decide that you're gonna pass that test. God is gonna make sure of that. So you better come on and get with the program and learn from your lessons and try to move forward. Because if not, you're gonna keep on failing and you're just gonna tear up your life and the life of everybody that's around you. You dig what I'm saying? And so I'm the biggest enemy of that guy of who I used to be. So you ain't got to try to throw my past in my face. You ain't got to tell me about him because every day I wake up, I'm killing him. I'm making sure that he don't never surface again. You know what I mean? And I mean that in a good way. I'm saying that listen, in order for me to be successful in the progress, somebody got to die or some things got to die. You dig what I'm saying? And so you have to love you. You have to be your biggest friend, even when ain't nobody else your friend. That's the reason why I do what I do. I move different, man. People see me take two shirts and tear one up and make a soldier rag out of it. You dig what I'm saying? And it's like, that's because ain't nobody else doing it. You know what I mean? Because ain't nobody else doing it. And with the bald head, you know what I mean? To me, it's like it's cool. You know what I mean? I get a few compliments here and there. You dig what I'm saying? But I said all of that to say this that um I just I, I don't want to be the person that I used to be that was off alcohol, but I love this person that God has taken me to be because he's good. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by you are your own, you are your biggest competition is you. You know what I mean? It's up to you to challenge yourself to do great things. If you want to just live a mediocre life, that's up to you. Some people like, you know what I mean, being in the cut and not doing nothing. But to me, it's too much money out here and it's too many different things to do and it's so many people and I be sometimes I look at stuff, man, I'll be like, why not me? Why should I not be a millionaire? You dig what I'm saying? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with me. I mean, if you can have seven figures, I should have seven figures. If you can get eight figures, I should be able to get eight figures. But I got to put in the work to try to get that. I got to try to come up with the ideas and the plans to try to make that happen. You know what I mean? And so you're right. The man in the mirror, it's got to be him. You at battle with this person, and you see what they said on the first one. She's like, the one lady. I don't think I downloaded her video, but she said this. She says, "As soon as you defeat, the you that's killing you, That's when you win. But guess what? You only win what's for you. I can't win what's for the next man, for this other DJ. I can't win what Mel did, what Candyman did, what Captain and did. You know what I mean? It's some dope DJs out here. You know what I mean? And their legacy is imprint. Their legacies is here. It's some up and coming DJs that's doing their thing. My man, I think his name Tyrone. He was at Skylight. I got up on the stage with him and just chopped it up with him, man, just because I wanted to pick his brain. And I was thinking about hiring him for my party that's coming up in December. You know what I'm saying? But now with me, G Nice, and Loco Los, the bald head nuts, I think we gonna just do the party. You know what I mean? I'm about to stop. Just I ain't even, you know what I mean? And no hate towards this guy because he was over there rocking the house for that class of '93 reunion for Rocky. Dude did his thing. You dig what I'm saying? And I mean, he went back and played all the oldies and the jams, and he had that thing going. And so respect to that dude. You know what I mean? I don't know what his DJ name is, and it's a few other people that's out here. It's a few little DJs that be down at VIP, and you know. But I'm just saying, their truth is here. You dig what I'm saying? I'm here. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. I can't wait till G Nice get my stuff going the way it's supposed to be, so I can go live, so I can show y'all what's really going down for y'all that's thinking that's playing. But listen, take the message serious. Today you are your biggest competition. You might not be a DJ. I'm not an athlete. You dig what I'm saying? I don't get out on courts and go play ball. You dig what I'm saying? It's just not my thing. I got guys I know now. They love to go to the Y on Saturdays and play ball. My grandson, they they said he's so serious about ball. He be out there talking crazy to like grown men, and they have to remember that he's a kid because they be wanting to beat him up. You dig what I'm saying? Because he in school and he's in these AA like these UA like tournament leagues and stuff like that. So Avion 14, right? Avion is learning plays, run this play and this and that. And at a certain time, you're supposed to cut, and I'm gonna pass you this, and you're gonna shoot the three. Listen, they in the Y, they said, dude, I had to tell him, like, listen, man, we just playing pickup ball. We doing it for fun. You too serious. We ain't doing no plays out here. Avion out there, like, man, you was supposed to cut, so I was supposed to do this and that. And you talking to a grown man and you only 14. Sometimes people is in different places and different spaces. You dig what I'm saying? And you know what God got for you is not for me. That's why I stay in my lane. I love doing anything. I had never public. I would never did no public speaking. But one time we was in a joint and they threw a mixer, and I wrote this poem, and they put me on the bed to write this poem, and they said, okay, when it's over with, Grice. And these are just guys that just knew me from the barbershop and just knew that, what I mean, I was involved into like writing like a lot of stuff. I put out this poetry book when I was in prison, and so they like gave me the option to do this poem. And so when I got up there, I did the poem, and I'm talking about all the staff, all the officers in the prison, everybody was, they just loved it and they were just blown away. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm just saying, because like when I got something in my head, I used to be in that position too where I can just go without writing. Like I could do that, like do songs without even writing, like go to studios and do that. And so I'm good with words, and when I put words together, once it's in my head, it's over. And they was just amazed at how I spoke the poem, and I looked at everybody in their face and like I addressed them, and I wasn't reading a piece of paper. And so sometimes that's amazing to white people. I'm not cracking jokes, I'm not getting down on y'all, but when they see like certain types of talents that you know what I mean that you carry, they're like, dang, like he's not even reading from a piece of paper. Like, did you memorize that? And you said it just like that because it had a little bit of funniness to it, and it's like that. Like I told you, I know how to rock a crowd. I already know like what my crowd is. You know who they are. I plan for it. I prep for it, and when I come, I come to do what this is a God given talent, B, and so this is what I do. You dig what I'm saying? And you know, it just took off, and they loved it. You dig what I'm saying? And from right then and there, the professor from the University of Iowa, she was like, you know something, you got something. She was like, you got a voice, and she says that she said you different. You dig what I'm saying? Now listen, this lady has taken my songs and she took them over to Paris and she played them in front of people. And she was like, "Listen, Arnold, I had people from like 80 different countries that just loved your music, loved your chorus, loved the lyrics to your songs." And so I'm telling you this is because this is what God has given me. So this is God's lane for me. Like, okay, I'm gonna speak to people through you. You ain't scared to get up there and speak. You dig what I'm saying? You like to read books, you read the dictionary, you like to put words together. You dig what I'm saying? This is just something that you've been doing since you was little. I remember when I was 5 years old, I drew in my Dr. Seuss book and one messed around and took it to school, and I won a $50 like scholarship at something and didn't even know what I was doing. They was like, put your drawings up, and I tore it out of my book and put it up there and won $50 when I was 5 years old. And so I'm telling you this is because inside of you is something buried inside of you. You know what I mean? And you got to figure that out, and you got to bring that to the table. I was chopping it up with this person, and they was just telling me how they was in a hospital, and they loved their job so much that this person, a patient, came into the hospital. And so the patient was nervous and was just like, whatever they was going through, they looked at him and it was like, are you gonna leave me? And she was like, I told him, no, I ain't gonna leave you. I'm gonna be right here the whole way until you get done. I ain't going nowhere. And then when the whole process was over, the patient looked at him and was like, man, thank you for treating me like a person and not a number. You dig what I'm saying? So it's something inside of you that other people is that they need. God, he ain't stupid. You dig what I'm saying? He created the whole earth. He created the whole world. Why you think we all got different fingerprints? Why you think we all got our own DNA? Everybody in this world got their own fingerprints. You don't got my fingerprints. So that lets me know the Big Bang Theory cannot be possible. I'm created with my own fingerprints. So there's a life that God has for me that can't nobody get to. And so thank you for the people that support me, that's rocking with me, that's riding the wave and like, hey, we pushing you, we supporting you. So that's why I had to shout out Nick. You know what I mean? Because for real, she just like, I'm putting you on the flyer. Like, are you practicing? Did you get the tables? Like, I'm like, it's like here. She like messaging me, but I'm not thinking it's about to be like all of a sudden it's the flyer. So once I see my name on the flyer, now I got to show up. And that's what I plan to do. I'm gonna pray about it. I'm gonna thank God for the opportunity for the job. I'm gonna thank God for allowing me to buy this equipment, and I'm just gonna thank Him for like letting me do what I do. I'm gonna give Him praise and I'm gonna give Him glory, and then boom, I'm coming out there to show out. You dig what I'm saying? And that's it. And you know what? And guess what? If you make a few mistakes, whatever you fail, guess what I do? I get a chance to learn what not to do and what to do. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in this world perfect, so don't nobody scare me to do nothing. I run straight into that. I run into it with force and power and might. Turn up for Christ and burn up for life. And that's how that's gonna go. And so, again, since we only got like 3 minutes, you get, hey, Motor, what's up? Another one of my big supporters, man. Me and this dude we grew up since kids, since single digits, playing baseball at the fire diamond, back in the fire field. You dig what I'm saying? Every time I do something, he always thumbs up in it, and man, and you know what? I don't take it lightly, y'all. You know what I mean? When y'all show me love and y'all looking out, y'all know where I just came from. Y'all know I just disappeared for a decade and a half. And so now that I'm back and I'm moving and I'm grooving, those little compliments be like logs of fire, like logs of wood in the fire. So it's I'm too humble. God done already knocked the wind out of me. So one thing I'm not gonna get is cocky and arrogant ever again. Now, I might talk slick about some shoes or what I mean. I got character, so I'm a funny guy. All right, that's cool. You dig what I'm saying? He said outside the 28th for sure. Cause you should pull up. You should this would be a reason to come on back. I don't know if what you gonna do with your life, but that's what you're gonna do. But I'm just saying, so that be like little wood in the fire, man. You dig what I'm saying? To keep going. Like my auntie Marianne, it's just like, man, when she see little pictures or she see me dancing and doing little stuff, and she'll say something like, I sure wish my mom was here to see that. Because my grandmother, man, she was so much love. It's just like she loved everybody she came into contact with, like hugs and kisses, and she gave us popsicles and candy. And it was just like, I come up under that family love, man. And so I'm grateful. So when people show me love, man, it's just like that I'm putting on for y'all. You dig what I'm saying? God first and me. I'm gonna always be me. I'm my biggest competition. But man, Nick, if you if you feel like I can rock the party, I'm coming to rock your party. There it is. And that's how it's gonna go. You dig what I'm saying? And that's how it's gonna be. You dig what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If you call me to show up anywhere, Snook called me to show up to the 70s party. I came through and I showed up. You dig what I'm saying? And it was a blast, and that's just what I do. And I love it because that's what makes the bare truth. You know what I mean? I'm just, man, I'm loving life. I'm loving being sober. I'm loving being drug free. I'm loving working, not doing nothing illegal. I don't listen. Nobody can say that I womanize. You dig what I'm saying? I don't treat women like shit. I don't lie to women. I'm not out here just, you know what I mean, just bogus and moving bogus. I'm always honest. And I ain't saying always just like I'm just perfect, but I'm just saying I'm so grown now. You dig what I'm saying? And so if it took like 15 years in prison to get me to this point, man, I'm happy about it. You dig what I'm saying? And so there it is, man. You are your biggest competition. It's you. It's up to you to challenge yourself. Sometimes you got to stop hating yourself. You got to stop. You got to learn to live with your mistakes in your past and be like, boom, all right, it happened. We're going to get up. We're going to keep on moving. But I tell you what, now you the enemy. If you try to kill me and you took me away from my kids and my daughters and you took me away from my life, you the enemy. So the drunk bear is the enemy. I got to kill him. He can't show up. But guess what? No matter who likes me today, no matter what you say, bare truth, I'm his best friend. I'm his best supporter. I'm his best motivation. I'm gonna motivate him before anybody else. So I'm gonna tell myself, I'm gonna keep telling myself I'm DJ Bare Truth. You know what I mean? I kept on telling Nick, like, okay, speak that thing into existence, but now it is. And I'm keeping my turntables in. I got my table and my laptop. Tomorrow my speaker's gonna be here. And by this week, boy, my roommate upstairs, oh, she about to hear it. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all gonna hear it. Y'all gonna see me. As soon as I get ready to go live, I'm gonna do a set. We going live. You dig what I'm saying? As soon as I can figure out how to do it, and you know how you got to go through them little complications. I do not own the rights to this music. Once I figure out how to do that, you getting a live set before the party. You getting a live set, and I'm telling you, it's gonna go down. And so listen, like Shorty just said, royalty is in your blood. It's in your DNA. It's in if God don't make junk, man. Listen, God don't make it ain't a person that's on this earth that's breathing that you ain't nothing. You are something, you are somebody. And if you hating on somebody, you're wasting your time and your energy. You could be using that energy to focus on you and to get yourself together and try to figure out what it is that he created you for. You got a calling on your life and you got to figure it out. But you got to stay in your lane. You got to stay out of mine. You know what I mean? I ain't in your lane. You can't be in mine. But like just like she said, I love y'all. Listen, and I mean that. You know what I mean? Because it's too much hate. It's easy to hate. You know what I mean? But listen, I love y'all, man, and I'm wishing y'all the best, man. And so once again, you are your biggest competition, man. October 28th, the second annual Halloween ball, man. Come on. What else is you gonna do? Yeah, you can go to every other club if you want to, but you can do that every Saturday. You're not gonna be able to go to this every Saturday. This is only happening on the 28th of October. It ain't gonna happen no other day. Then you're gonna have to wait till like next year. Then you're gonna have to hear about it. Like, man, Bear was in there jamming. Like, man, don't you think I'm sitting up contemplating all the jams from every like I know the crowd is gonna be old and the crowd is gonna be new. So I'm going back to what we rock. I'm coming up to what they rock and you're gonna look at the booth, and I'm gonna be back there. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna be back there doing. And listen, all requests from women who single gotta give me a kiss to play your song. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No, don't do that, cause that ain't gonna be right. You dig what I'm saying? So don't. I ain't gonna start that one. I'm just joking. I play too much. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, turn up for Christ or burn up for life. All glory go to God. Y'all do what y'all gotta do. I gotta go to work here in about another hour or so. So I'm about to lay back down. I already got my lunch fixed. I already got my work clothes out. And I might not do another podcast this week, but next week I gotta go to first shift from 7 to 3. So we're gonna jump back at least for a month. I'm gonna jump back on the podcast, and you're gonna hear some music because I'm gonna be in here practicing because I ain't gotta be sleeping and waking up at 10 o'clock at night to 6:30 in the morning. So it's gonna go down. Bare truth. Again, I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe, man. And October the 28th, Urban Reserve, the second annual Halloween ball. Man, go find it's nothing to go get a costume from Amazon. Amazon got anything you want to be in this world. You dig what I'm saying? Go to Amazon, find you something cool, Big Lots. You can go to Big Lots. They got a lot of costumes. You can, man, throw a sock over your face and be a bank a bank robber and put a pistol in your pocket and just show up like you a bank robber. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't nobody tripping on you. You know what I mean? Come on out. Some people just show your face. That's good enough. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. But listen, bare truth. I'm out. I love you.